Hello, hello. Welcome back to the podcast. It's Haley, your host of Weight Loss Without Dieting, and today is a quick tip that I want to share with you. It's a little bit off the cuff. Normally, I have a lot of notes and I like to have everything kind of laid out and organized. And I had the stomach flu this week. So we're not quite as organized over here as we normally are. So I'm going to share kind of a little story that happened to me recently, and it's going to teach a very useful and helpful lesson for you out there who is trying to lose weight, feeling stuck, probably really sick of dieting, really sick of telling yourself about all the foods that you can't have anymore, and at the end of every day or each morning being like, oh my God, what did I do? When am I going to stop this? And I'm laughing, but it's really not funny. In those moments, it doesn't feel funny at all. It's the worst thing ever. I've been there, and my clients have been there. And this podcast is about getting you out of that. So anyways, I did create a freebie for you specifically for those mornings when you wake up feeling like you really aren't sure how to get started or how to make this day better than yesterday, because every morning you just keep waking up like, oh my God, why did I eat that on the couch last night? What is wrong with me? That is never a good feeling. This worksheet I use with my paying clients. So this is something they all get and they use on a regular basis. It's a really good tool to help you be able to look to those times, like tonight when it's Netflix and chill with a snack time, and that little snack turns into, an entire bag of chips and then the box of cookies and whatever. This worksheet really helps you feel prepared for those times when your brain is going to start talking to you about, just go get the bag of chips. It's not that big of a deal. Who needs a bowl? We're only going to have 10 anyways. And then it's like, just keep eating. So this is what I use with my clients to get them into the mindset of like, I can handle that. I 100% am capable of getting through that. It's incredibly powerful for those really kind of overwhelming cravings or those times when you're like, I just literally don't know what's happening. You need to be able to look to the future a little bit. You know what? I'm talking too much. Download the worksheet. It's very, very helpful. You can get it at bit.ly/craving sheet, just one S, craving sheet. And I'll put the link in the show notes. You can go download it there as well, but it's very impactful for those really tough craving times. Anyways, today's tip. So I have recently taken on some extra things in my life. And I'm not even talking about the baby, but I do have a newborn baby. And then I've added a couple more extra things on top of that. And I just keep like my days feel so fractioned, like so scattered. I'm just all over the place. My brain is going in 10 different directions and I feel like I can't keep up. And I keep telling myself, you're not getting enough done. But that was a thought that was kind of running in the background. I didn't really realize I was having it. But I kept like beating myself up. Like I can't do this. I'm not getting enough done. I'm not being productive enough. I'm not focused enough, and just spinning out on that. And at the same time, like not actually doing what I needed to do. It wasn't working. And I just let it go on. I didn't really pay that much attention to it. It's like I knew it was there, but I also completely ignored it. And when I finally sat down and said, okay, what is really happening? Because I'm really truly not being productive. That's not just me beating myself up, but what if we look at brass tacks, like I'm not getting everything done that I need to get done. And I certainly don't feel good during the day, like mentally. And I sat down and started asking myself, like, what am I thinking during the day? And I knew right away. I was like, oh, I'm just constantly telling myself that I'm not getting enough done and I should be doing more. And why didn't I get that done? And why can't I, be faster and smarter and sharper? Like, I'm not as sharp as I was, and all of these things. And I just said, like, those thoughts, even though they feel very true right now, they're not serving me. They're not helping me get the result that I want, which is to be more productive and to be more focused. They're not helping me with that. So I need to choose to think something else. Now, when I go to choose to think something else, it has to be something else that I can believe in that moment. And so I just said, I went through mentally, like, here's some options for what else I can believe in those moments. I can believe that I'm doing the best that I can. I can believe that I'm using the time that I have to the best of my ability. I can believe that I have a lot going on right now, and it's okay to feel a little bit scattered. That seems actually pretty normal that I might feel scattered. And when I started telling myself those things instead, even though they're not like, you are the most productive person in the world, like I didn't jump to like, I'm incredible, I'm superwoman, like I can do all of the things. I just went to, here's some other things that I can believe that feel a lot better than you're not doing enough, you should be doing more. Why aren't you as sharp as you used to be? Those feel pretty awful. I just went to these other thoughts that felt better. And every time I notice those old ones coming up, I'm like, you know what? Here I am showing up. I'm giving it my all. I'm taking all of this on for future Haley who wants more, who wants bigger and better. And I'm just doing the best that I can with what I've got. Like that feels empowering to me. That feels much more better than all of these other thoughts of just beating myself up for not getting it done. When I started doing that, I got way more productive. And I actually weirdly feel smarter, like sharper, more on it than I did when I was telling myself that I wasn't doing good enough and I wasn't getting enough done. I started really getting through my to-do lists a lot faster. I noticed that I wasn't just wasting time on stupid things. I was actually getting things done. And it's just that little shift of noticing where you are and choosing something else to think instead that feels better than where you are. This is such a simple tool, and it's what I teach my clients when it comes to weight loss. When they feel stuck, when they feel like, oh my God, I cannot believe I ate that. What is wrong with me? Why would I do that? Why am I, at my highest weight right now? Why can't I fit into those clothes in the back of my closet? Why am I eating cookies on the couch, even though I want to lose weight? When they're thinking all of those things, I say, okay, what else can you believe about that? What else is true in that moment that is less shitty than beating yourself up? There's always something. We can always find a landing place that feels a lot better. And the weird thing about that is, which isn't so weird, when you find that other place to land and you start practicing that, you start noticing those old thoughts and just saying, thank you. It's okay that you're here, but I'm going to practice this new thought instead. Your actions naturally change. They naturally shift. And so when it comes to weight loss, you start naturally wanting to eat cleaner foods or eat foods that feel better in your body, to eat less, to wait just 20 more minutes. It's not an emergency. I don't need that snack. I can wait a little bit longer until we sit down for dinner. Like you naturally start to shift things in your life, and that scale, all of a sudden, I love when my clients say this to me. They're like, I lost 4 pounds this week and I feel like I didn't really do anything. Or I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks. That was one of my clients. And I'm not sure what I did. It just felt really natural and easy. That's how it's supposed to feel. That means that you shifted your mindset and you were choosing to think other things than you were before. And when you change your mindset, when you start using new thoughts, they have different actions. Or maybe they're the same actions, but when you take those actions, it feels really natural. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about your actions. You don't have to doubt your actions. You don't have to pressure yourself or willpower yourself into any actions. They just happen, and the scale starts to go down. You start to see different results. So know where you are in your mindset. It is so crucial. A lot of us want to kind of bury our head in the sand, or, well, we want to bury our head in the sand and kind of ignore what's going on in there because it feels really shameful that we would be thinking those things, or we just feel really disconnected. So we're either burying our head in the sand, or we're like, I have no idea where we are. You just need to start asking yourself questions. What am I thinking about this certain thing? What am I thinking about myself on a daily basis when it comes to weight or what I'm eating? Start asking yourself questions and you will start getting answers. You'll start seeing like, oh, this is what my brain is telling me all day long. That I can't do it, that I'm not good enough, that I don't deserve it, that food is going to fix everything, that just one more bite is going to make it better, that ice cream on the couch is like the pinnacle of pleasure in this world. And those all might feel true, or they might seem really stupid when you start to see what they are, what your brain's been telling you all this time. It might be laughable, or it might feel really true. And if it feels really true, that's okay. It doesn't mean it is true. You've just been practicing it a lot. And there's always another place that you can take it. Another place that is also true, that feels better than where you are right now. And when you land there and you start practicing that instead, your actions are going to change, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're going to be the actions that you wanted all along, or that they're your kind of idea of the perfect actions to lose weight, but all of a sudden they feel easy. That's what you're going for. Okay, so that's what I've got for you today. This is such an impactful practice for you to start using right away. It's one of the first things and ongoing things I do with my clients, especially when we are coaching together. This is what we work on. Where are you now? And how are we going to get you to the next step that feels better than here? All right, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.